Zex, you've chosen one of the futures Epion showed you. Well, out of the futures that Wing Zero showed me, I've chosen this one. Pew! Hey everyone, thanks so much for joining me for Chronicles and Collecting, where I'm going to take a look at the Metal Robot Spirits XXXG00W0 Wing Gundam Zero from New Mobile Report Gundam Wing. This figure came out in December 2021, retailing for 14,300 yen, or about $110 US. It came out in the US in April 2022 and retailed for about $150. So I've been pretty excited about this figure for quite some time. Gundam Wing is probably my favorite Gundam. It's definitely what got me into Gundam, what got me into anime in general. I've been opening up a bunch of the regular Robot Spirits sort of in anticipation of this release, so you can definitely catch those videos. I'm expecting this to be a great deal nicer. All right, and let's see what we got. Wow. This figure is really nice. This might legitimately be the best Robot Spirits that I've ever taken, that I've ever opened. Let's take a look at it a little closer here. I mean, I don't know if this video is going to be able to do it justice, but the detailing and the color work on it are just so nice. It feels so good in your hand. It's just sort of like, this is like the platonic ideal of what a Robot Spirits can be. You know, I've recently looked at the Bale, let's see here, and you could actually, let's just look at a few details here. So you see kind of some of this writing over here, got the detailing, got the detailing on the other shoulder there, got the detailing on the skirt, got detailing over here. So you basically got really nice premium feel, really nice detailing, and amazing color work. And I'm going to take a look at some of the accessories as well. I have no idea what this is. I'm assuming that it's probably for part of the transformation. But yeah, I've been looking at a lot of Robot Spirits lately, and I really like Metal Robot Spirits. You know, Bale, Vidar, had some problems with Zeta, but the figure itself was nice. But this one just blows them all away. Stop watching this video, go out and buy one of these ASAP. I think they're still available someplace. Seems like they kind of printed a lot of them, probably because they figured that the demand would be pretty high. But yeah, so not a ton of accessories here. You know, you got the gun, you got the little top, you know, you got this little thing over here, you got the beam sabers, a bunch of hands, and then like pretty much all of the Metal Robot Spirits, you get a little stand here. And we could take a look at this. So the stand is like really heavy on the Zero System logo, which is cool, something a little unique, and obviously it's got the model number of the Gundam there. So yeah, I'm going to be back with this in a few minutes. I will probably make an attempt at posing it, but I make no promises. You know, if you watch the Zeta Gundam video, know that transforming Gundams is not necessarily my forte, but I'll be back in a few minutes with some final thoughts. So I've been sort of dreading this transformation. You know, obviously transforming suits is not quite my strong point for anyone who's maybe seen the Zeta video, which did not end well. But this was actually pretty nice. It probably took me about 10 minutes or so to transform. Everything was actually pretty easy. I mean, I probably don't have it quite perfect. It's also not resting 100% on the stand, but you know, obviously if you spend a few more minutes kind of tweaking it to get it just right, you do it. But yeah, so really like the figure. Transformation was incredibly easy, and now I'm going to put it into kind of the mobile suit form, and we'll see how that goes. All right, and we are back again, so let's get this guy on the rotating stand. Let let me get a few complaints off my chest before I get on about how amazing this figure is. I just don't understand why Bandai seems to always cheap out when it comes to the stands for the metal robot spirits. You know, you have this like very expensive, very well detailed, very well articulated figure, and then you get this little adapter to attach it to the stand, and it constantly falls off and doesn't really connect well to the bottom of the figure. I wound up just sort of sticking the peg into where the adapter is supposed to go, and I found that to be much more stable. I kind of had a similar experience with some of the last few metal robot spirits that I looked at. So yeah, I don't really understand why that happens. I don't know why they just can't put a direct, peg there that you can just go right into the stand and not have to deal with this flimsy adapter that falls off, even under the weight of Earth's gravity. Like one of those Earth Federation scum. Anyway, this figure itself, stand notwithstanding, is amazing. I think it's definitely the best metal robot spirits that I've looked at so far. The detailing is great, the colors are great. You got like the shiny gold, and just the transformation sequence was, very easy, very fun, very straightforward. And yeah, all in all, great. There's a bunch of other like little details that I wanted to draw attention to. So let me just stop this over here. But so you could see over here, you can, the shoulder can kind of flip around to become like a little machine gun there. So you could kind of see that. So that's really cool. Let's get the arm back up there. The shoulder part comes up, and you could put the beam saber hilt in there. That's really cool. And let's put it over here, and then you could also reveal these vents over here. You kind of got like a little paint underneath there, which is pretty cool. Though admittedly, it's really, really hard to get those out. Like one of mine came out like very, very easily, and the other one just like refused. But yeah, lots of cool details. There's not a lot of accessories, but I think you got everything you need. You got the wings, which are just like superposable. You have, of course, the shield. You got all the real, all the markings on the shield and all across it. And of course, you got the two guns that also have markings and kind of have that metallic paint that's super nice. All I would say is that the crown is very, very delicate. Unfortunately, I dropped mine during the transformation sequence, and the crown bent a little bit. But not really the end of the world. I think that if you didn't really, if it's just sitting on a shelf and you didn't draw attention to it, you wouldn't know about it. But yeah, I would highly, highly recommend this figure. It is still available at some places for like $150 or $160, which was pretty much the MSRP in the US. So I definitely recommend picking it up. I don't know if they're gonna, make more of them or something like that, but I would pick it up while you still can. And I think they just probably overprinted these because they expected a lot of demand, because usually, a lot of the metal robot spirits are kind of sold out by the time the pre-orders start shipping. I know that the Japanese sites had pretty much already sold out of it like instantaneously, but it seemed like the US sites got a lot of overstock. So I'm really looking forward to Epion, which should be coming out soon. That was a P Bandai exclusive, and I'm hoping that they announce the rest of the Season 2 stuff. I'd love to see a Heavy Arms, love to see an Ultron, and hopefully we'll see the Endless Waltz suits as well. Alright, and we got the Wing Zero here with his buddies. We got the Robot Spirits Sandrock with the option parts set to make it the kind of version 1 Sandrock, and then we have the Death Sith. These are pretty old robot spirits. Obviously they're not as detailed and nicely painted as the Wing Zero, but they do look nice kind of next to them. I think they look nice, kind of on the shelf. Anyway, thanks so much for checking out this video. If you enjoyed it, I'd appreciate a like or subscribe, and if you didn't, tell me about it in the comments. If you want to see something else, either this figure or some other figure, let me know in the comments and I'll see what I could do. I do anime reviews on Mondays. Right now I'm reviewing A Mame Warrior at the Borderline. The video usually comes out hour and a half after the episode drops, and then I'm doing figure reviews on Friday, and occasionally do some figure reviews on Wednesday of some older stuff. For example, this Sandrock will probably be next week's video, so there's a little sneak peek of that. Anyway, thanks so much, and keep collecting.